fascinating time, you know, and it's weird because I see weird parallels with the things that we've been doing, because we started putting out long form conversations with people like you, and people get kind of hooked and they say, wow, there's something in there for me that will change my life. It doesn't make sense. It's just two people talking. And then after that, they're kind of curious to learn more. And when we set up our academy about 5 years ago, I was just going to go in and teach the way I knew how. We did it with digital technology, but I found, Alan, behind the scenes, people were, first of all, vulnerability is one of the rules in my academy. I have 5 rules: respect, love, vulnerability, action and accountability, and fun. And so right away, people were getting vulnerable because if you're there, by definition, you're obviously not doing something right. So people started connecting with each other. And then we have graduation ceremonies every quarter here, and people walk in who've never met each other, and they hug each other. And they say, I'm closer to these people digitally than I am with my friends and family, because they've never been vulnerable, they've never felt it's okay. It's a place where you can actually do that. And it's been the wildest thing for me to watch happen, but clearly there's a craving for it, for people out there, to have something, and you talk about this too, that maybe used to be taken care of with religion, you know. And Rupert Sheldrake has a great book called Science and Spiritual Practices, where he's trying to recognize some of those great humanizing practices religion used to give us, you know, coming together and going on pilgrimages and giving to charity and singing and all of these things that connect people that are no longer there. And now people are craving for forums where they exist. And
that's
you're
right.
seeing this too.
That's right. And I think our role isn't just to recognize the holes left by religion. This is something I've written about quite a lot as well. And I think that, you know, we are living, many of us, in a post-religious age where we're no longer honoring the things that religion gave us, the need for the transcendent, to experience ourselves as small in a vast universe that is more powerful than us. This, you know, you can do this with the Hubble telescope. You don't need a God in order to do this. The need for community built around an acknowledgement of our fragility and frailty. Religions used to do it, but you can do it, you know, yourself, etc. So a lot of our needs that religions catered for exist still, and I think our generation's task is to be creative about inventing substitutes. And unashamedly, the School of Life is an attempt to go in the tracks that were first laid down by religion. Those are not religious tracks, but they're tracks which religion pioneered. But I think now, because of our doubts about many of the thoughts that religion wants to propose to us, you know, it's open to us to create new forms of gathering, new forms of liturgy, new forms of getting married, of dying, of connecting ourselves to the transcendent. This is all open to us.
And culture was supposed to replace religion, or was it? We thought it might.
Yes, we thought it might, and I think it can. I mean, the great works of culture, the great books, the great paintings, the great works of architecture, they can replace many of the things that the spiritual domain used to offer us. It's just that currently this stuff is often in the hands of people who are not interested in our more personal, emotional requirements, and therefore have a rather frosty relationship to it. So that, you know, if we went to the museum and we broke down in tears in front of a Agnes Martin or painting by Rothko or Piero della Francesca, this would be seen as weird and not true to the spirit of culture, which is meant to be imbibed with a catalogue, with a stony face, and without any pressing emotional needs. So I think that we should have a more personal relationship to works of culture, and the guardians of culture, as currently defined, are constantly attempting to give us a more dispassionate and more, if you like, formal relationship to this stuff. But this is the stuff we should be using to live and die with.